This is the Ninja's Way podcast, where we talk all things ninja industry, ranging from top tier athletes to the local ninja entrepreneur. Listen to their journey to success as they conquer obstacles in ninja and in life. This is the Ninja's Way. Welcome back, everybody, to the Ninja's Way podcast. We are here with Delano today. He is the owner and founder of the Barbados Ninja Throwdown, and this is one of the largest televised ninja competitions. It's hosted over 500 ninja athletes, and it has about 11,000 ninja supporters. So we're going to dive into this competition. It's actually happening this weekend, so we're going to get some cool sneak peeks. Thanks so much for hopping on with us today.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Glad to meet both of you all for the first time. Hopefully next time you could do the podcast in Barbados.
Yes.
Absolutely. It looks sweet.
Let's just hop right in here. So explain to me what the Barbados Ninja Throwdown is, and maybe for somebody just who doesn't even know that this exists, and what about this event really separates it from other ninja events out there?
The Barbados Ninja Throwdown was just my idea of having my own Ninja Warrior in Barbados. I had the opportunity to go and try to get on the world's team in 2014. That's when they did USA versus the world versus. So first time going, loved it. When I came out from university and came back home, that's my uncle told me about it. It was like, oh, you can win $1 million on this show. It's a lot harder than it is. It sounds right.
You've been in the game for a long time then.
Yeah, I would say so. Like 2014 to say 2016 into it in terms of watching the show, looking at the obstacles, because back then getting the information on to build the obstacle plans and stuff was not like what you have
totally.
Right? Back then, I remember you used to have to buy blueprints and stuff, and the obstacles have changed, right? It was fun, it was challenging, and when I couldn't go back after sending a submission video, I was like, you know what? I have the base of everything here. I could try something. And I basically went to my mom and dad and said, hey, do you mind if I use outside to do this competition, build out some stuff? And they said, yes, that'd be a good idea. Before that, I had called to inquire what are the rights for the show. So you call not NBC, but Bellin Entertainment, whatever. And it's a lot of money. I'm not a network. I'm not anything. So I did the next best thing, which was to say, okay, let me create something and then just see where it goes. It was something for the community, something for me to go and train on as well, too, because I had a lot of time back in the day.
That was 8 years ago now, right?
Yeah, 8 years ago. But yeah, just a passion project. And I think when I've had the first set of internationals come in, I realized they like the course. There are other things that they like about it, the crowd and whatnot. Okay, let me keep hearing from the athletes, from other people who've been in the game for a long time, what I can keep doing to keep tweaking it, to make it more family friendly, give more value. And I think what it separates it is just because it's a novelty. We don't have 10 ninja gyms within an hour or two of each other, right? It's my gym here, and then Beyond Limits, another gym that has a nice little ninja setup. So it really is, in essence, with myself and my team and my people for Ninja here. And yeah, the Ninja Throwdown event is more of a spectator sport here because it's such a novel. There are not a lot of gyms. I also understand too, for example, sometimes the restrictions that the gyms in the US may have in terms of space, etc. Because while there's the course, there's a lot more to do. Like there's food and paint stalls and drinks are selling. So it's like going to a county fair. You're going there to spend a good couple hours with the family, watch some entertainment, have some games for the children. The adults are seeing their friends. They can buy a beer or a juice or whatever, and it's a hangout, right? It's something that people can say, okay, hold on. We're coming down to the end of summer. What else is going on in Barbados that we can do as a family before school goes out? And thankfully, through the feedback we've received after every event from the sponsors, from everybody, we make those changes so that way when people are buying that ticket, they know what they're going to come and see because it's going to be consistent. And at the very least, it's going to be better with the feedback that's given as well, too. So I think that's what sets it apart. But don't get me wrong, like, I used to travel for ninja competitions. I used to have fun. I've been to Ninja Quest a couple of times. I went to the NCL in Perth. Where else? I went to one in Miami. It was like a CrossFit gym, but it had ninja as well too. And I've been to a lot of ninja gyms. I like it. I don't mind competing. For me personally, I don't mind if there's a crowd or not. I just like the atmosphere of people, other competitors giving you information to get through the obstacle. That's what kind of started it with me and ninja. I've never met a sport where it was all right, it's win or lose. Not everybody wants to win. Everybody want the buzzer. Getting to the buzzer is the most important part. Whoever has the fastest time or not, or whatever. But the basis is let's beat the buzzer, which is this is what the basis is for me.
I didn't realize that you were a gym owner as well. So you own a gym in Barbados?
Yeah. So we started with the event first, and then the gym came.
Okay.
So, yeah, correct. So normally what happens is locally, that is, we have a few, like a handful of locals that keep committed, will train at home, will come. And then normally when the competition is being announced 3 months before, so a lot more locals will come and join in and sign up, which is great. So my goal is as soon as this event is done, is to roll on with the hype to make sure I can retain the same 20 that have entered this year or more, or newer people, so that we can have a strong contingent to compete. Because the obstacles that are being used on the competition is what I store or keep out for training. I just don't have that budget to have 2 of each or 3 or 4 of each. So I always tell the locals, the good thing is that while you all might not be training every day, like some persons in the US or around the world are, y'all can at least touch. We can set up what the course is. That's what I did this year. I put up on Instagram what the course would be, so that everybody who's coming could set it up in their gym, their backyard, wherever, so that then you know that, okay, look, we're gonna get some good fast times, and it's fair, right? I want to have a very fair competition.
No, that's awesome because that's non-traditional to Ninja itself. Whereas it's all secretive, and then everybody shows up and they're like, "Oh, they got this. I didn't train on that." Whereas
Mhm.
you're flipping the script, be like, "Hey, here's what we're gonna do." And yeah, my ninjas are training on it, whatever. But I like that. With that said, you're on the island there. Per capita, you have 2 ninja gyms there. You probably are like both places. However, with the obstacles saying you only have certain obstacles or whatever, I have multiple locations in the States, and you
Mhm.
can never have the right obstacles anyway. So just know that's a ninja gym thing. Like you're never
Okay.
gonna have enough obstacles or the right ones.
I try to my best, and I
Yeah.
take a lot of feedback from my ninja supporters, what obstacles they're seeing. And Brian, Perry, and I would sit down and look and see at comps what they have, and because we always want to make sure that especially for the Ninja Throwdown, it's a nice flow course. So you might not necessarily want like a crazy cliffhanger or something that might take too long. You got to
Yep.
play with it, and then I always like to make sure I have a couple of maybe the whole course if I can, of obstacles that are popular within the last 2-3 years, just with the slight modifications we made this year with getting a bigger pool, me owning my own truss and equipment. It made this rigging, this session, what we're going through right now, the process, a lot easier. Don't get me wrong, we've made a lot of detailed notes as to what else could be done to make it better for next year. So then now we can start thinking about other things. Like last night I was talking to Perry and I was saying we were talking about de-rigging. We were already talking about de-rigging and what would we be doing for 2025. And I said, pause. I said, listen, this is good what we're doing. This event is not even finished and we're already, so that's exciting, right? Because I would hate for the Ninja Warrior show to come to an end and then Ninja as a sport dies, or obstacle course racing as a sport dies. I don't think that would happen. I think everybody's gravitating towards obstacle sport course racing, but Ninja specifically, obviously, it has its own niche out there, and it's a niche that can grow, right? I just think that if, at least for me, I try to make sure and understand, look, if you're coming to Barbados, there's value in you coming after me. Okay, let me give you an example. When we went to Hartford, Connecticut, and they had the swivel steps as the first obstacle that one year, I was like, you know what, that's great. I just, in my head, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a whole bunch of money coming to New York to fall on the first obstacle. Like, I was like, but hey, listen, that's fine. That's okay. Like, I came up for the experience, right? So I'm not no top elite athlete, so I didn't really care that I fell on the swivel steps, right? But when, at least for my mindset, and when my team and I are thinking about Ninja Throwdown, we got to make sure that, look, they're not falling off on the first obstacle. We need to take the information. We need to make sure that, okay, look, like, you're spending money to come here to have a vacation and do a ninja course. No one wants to fall on the first obstacle. I'd rather people get to the end of the course and then the decision is made on the time.
Yeah.
You know,
I love how forward thinking you are, and it sounds like you really spent time like creating changes from the right feedback. And that was going to be one of my questions, was like, what's the philosophy behind the course design? You spoke to it a little bit, of making sure that it is a good experience, but is it more so like a flow course? Is it a speed course? What was the design behind it?
So It's a bit of both speed and flow, encompassing a bit of lower body, a bit of a lower body in the first quarter of the course. And then we go into we have cane lane, sugar cane lane. So that's cane tech, I guess that's what they call it, cane tech, right? And on that same trust grid, we have pole graspers. And then we go into flywheels, so they can definitely link and flow. And then they have the kaleidoscope with the blind grab.
Cool.
So you can still, if you're good, you can lachey 1, 2, and pop crawl. Do your thing, man. I'm there. And then we do have a little bit more a balance with a split decision. So we have the shrinking steps, or a log roll. Then we have the DGS door knobs with the rings going across. And then on the last truss grid, we have fidget spinners on the left for certain divisions. And then we have the salmon ladder into a flying bar.
Cool.
Yeah. And then the wall afterwards. So it's a bit of both, just to get people in under that 3-minute time limit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking at your site is pretty nice. Like when I went there, I'm like, shoot, I'd like to be there.
Oh,
Like,
next year.
Yeah,
We're
next year.
sending out,
Well,
we're gonna be
yeah.
opening a pre-registration. So like normally, like this year we did it. And then we just, as soon as it went live, we just told everybody, here you go, just get booking. It's gonna be capped at 200 competitors total. We're right now 170 in
Okay.
total. And we're doing it over 2 days. So we want to make sure, and I said we don't want to be a long drawn out day. So we want to, it's a tough
Yep,
balance
totally.
between the crowd and stuff, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. You're taking a lot of things in consideration, so it's well thought out.
So I'm curious, like you have a lot of people flying in from the event, right? You got international competitors, which I think is super cool. But I also would love to speak to like, how do you feel like this has actually impacted your local community and the people that are there locally?
I think from the supporters, they love to see the ninjas that they're seeing on TV. One, number two, for the locals that want to aspire to train, is for me. I'm like, look, this. I tell them, look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I've been trying to tell you all. This is where you're seeing is believing. The obstacle can be done, and it can be done in this way.
All right.
You can go slow, take your time, or you can just 1, 2, 3. Either way, the point is, once you can complete the obstacle, it's all up to you how you want to twist and modify it and whatnot. So we really are trying, as soon as this competition is finished, to ride on that wave that it's well known right now, is buzzing. We're gonna ride on that to get people signed up for term 1. And we're really going to push and see how it goes. I have a new head coach in place as well too that does a lot of training. I think is Aspire in Ontario and I believe in Canada. I think so. Yeah, Brooke Miller. He's a coach as well too. So that's another good connection because we really want to get some more Canadian ninjas down as well too. We have a very strong Barbados as a country has a good history with Canada as well. So it'll be great to get some more Canadians down. I would love to get some more Europeans as well. We're always open and trying to see how or what discounts we can offer to people. So again, for me, the more ninjas that come down positively impacts the locals, whether they're supporting or are looking to train. And then what I try to do as well is if any of the competitors are interested in coming back to offer like a coaching program or whatever, I've done it with Brett and Grace back in the day. I'm trying to open up that. I'm just trying to do whatever I can for the community. Yeah. Make sure, because at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, a key difference I think between what I do and other gyms, this is not my job, right? This is not. I'm an entrepreneur. I have other businesses I'm involved in, and I think for me, just me personally as my moral, being able to offer more to a wider community at any given point in time is very important, right? I've seen what this has done for me personally speaking. And I can only respect the sport enough to allow that to be done for other people who wish to support and take part. That's why I respect and appreciate all the families that come in to compete or to watch, or that is hands down.
I would attest some of that, what you're saying. It looks like it's been pretty successful and it's continuing to grow. Part of that I would attest to is, like you said earlier, is a passion project that really took off. And it's something that you actually enjoy doing, and it's not really you're doing this for monetary reason. It's actually something you like, and that's probably why you're having some success with this.
Yeah, people can see the heart in it. And you had made mention earlier that you're capping this at 200 competitors. Is this more towards you want the big name ninjas to come out, or is it really the no name ninjas that just have the opportunity? Who's the ideal avatar that you're looking to really get out here and compete on your course?
I will tell you this, as I was saying it today, I'm not begging anybody to come and do, just book your ticket, do your registration. I would like to say that a lot of parents and families and whatnot know about the competition. And it's evident there, a lot of the parents message and call me and stuff, and it's not a problem. I like to have that conversation. Any ninja's welcome. I like anyone, CrossFit, whoever, it's open to anybody. It's a sport, right? It's a sport. I'm not going to limit it to say, okay, if you play rugby, you can't do it. No, come and take it, come and try it. It's fun. I think if as we again talk specifically about the ninja sport, you want to grow the community, it's good to open the doors to everybody, anybody who wants to come and do it. Anybody. I actually try to keep encouraging more females to come and take part, because I think that's important as well too. I've been just trying every year. I have some accommodation. So I'm like, if you have a friend or whoever, come on down, just come. It's fun. Just because, you know what, like at the end of the day, it's important. It's important, right? They have some talented female athletes in all disciplines of sports, and they need to be able to go and showcase that. We've had an increase in female competitors this year, which is great. I love that. And I want to see it. I want to keep seeing it grow. That's the truth.
From a ninja competition standpoint, it
Mhm.
appears you have some pretty good payouts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to match the WNL in terms of the elite category. I try to make sure I
Yeah.
match that. And then I have something for the masters.
Yeah, adult 18 to 39, you got first is 500, masters 500, and elites first place 5,000. That's legit.
Yeah, that's a good little prize for sure.
Yeah. So the course can't be too easy, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
And I saw on your Instagram that you guys are going to be a WNL qualifier for season 2025. What makes you choose this league over others? And is this competition like a special competition, or is it just a regular qualifier?
So I believe they have us listed as a special qualifier because
Okay.
it's a one-stage course. It's not your traditional one stage, two stage, and three stage course. And why I chose it, I met Brian and Chris in Ninja Quest for the WNL and NL finals. That was I met them there 2017. It was season 3, but I met them there.
Yeah.
And I like what they were about. I got a good observation, saw that, and then in the NNL, in the WNL, trying to grow its international presence, they presented me. We discussed, and a good opportunity came where we could qualify top 10 per gender, per division, per country for their 2025 or for the following year's competition, their championships. And Brian's here right now. Brian has come down the last couple of years. There's a strong connection. I just like how their rule set is. A lot of families that are coming, a lot of people all over the world are familiar with their rule set. It was just something easy for me to just say, cool, no problem, plug and play. And having Brian come down every year is a good audit for me. So he lets me know, okay, you change this or this is good. So I keep within their standards. So it's at this point in time,
Absolutely.
I'm not looking to change or add anything. I got the Ninja Work system. I got this, boom. That's it. Everybody, it's now comfortable. People know what's going. Like I said, I'm a man of routine. I like consistency. So I don't change the food I eat from wherever I'm eating. There's no point. I just want to, I want to get it done and have fun.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Where would you like to see this event go? What's the long-term play for something like this?
Because I'm glad that A&W 17 announced the head-to-head. I think they announced head-to-head. If I buy some more, I will buy more trusts. I can do a head-to-head. There's never been a Caribbean Ninja Warrior. There's never been. I produce 6 episodes from the content I get, and Flow Sports, which is a regional carrier in the Caribbean. They also carry a live feed. I think you all might need a VPN just to access it if y'all did want to watch. So I'm just waiting for like Flow or our regional network to come and say, okay, listen, we can help you. We can help you do this in Jamaica or Trinidad or Guyana, or we can help you. And that's fine with me because I, for one, like how I see myself, if I needed to, I can become an ATS, which is the company that sets up, because I have all the equipment and the obstacles and I have the persons in place that I can get some flights in and we go and do that. It's just whoever is wanting, whoever is willing to go and make sure they have the permissions to do this in that format. And because I'm not a producer, so if I could, that would be the route to go. Honestly, that would be the route to go. There's also, I believe, in the 2028 Olympics, they're replacing one of the pentathlon disciplines with a 100-meter OCR. So again,
Yep.
already have the equipment, I have the instructor, I have the space. I can get my local Olympic team ready for that particular discipline as well too. There are quite a number of possibilities where this can go. As I said to y'all before, it's something that it pays for itself. You know what I mean? At this point in time, it pays for itself. It runs itself, no problem. If it starts to be like, I got a pull pocket, I might have to pause a little bit, say, okay, hold up. Maybe it's time to just end on that high note, and then let's flip the script and see what else is there. Maybe come up with something else. But I'm going to keep doing this until, that's why I said I get the feedback after every event, and I'm going to make changes on that feedback and keep tweaking it, making sure the standard is always set, getting higher and higher, so that anybody else that comes in after me, if you want to say that you're the best, you just got to do better than me. And that's fine.
With that said, as you were talking, how'd you come up with the time of the year to do this event?
Oh, we've done it several times. So we've done it in 21st time we did it was October. Then did it in May. Then we had done it in September, and then we did it in August. So basically after each one, I got feedback to find out, okay, when is school finished? When is summer holidays?
Yeah.
So everyone said, okay, look, like last year I would have done it at the end of August. This time I've done it a little bit earlier so that more people can come. A parent did tell me if I did it in July, I would get more people. But you also have to look at this. In July for Barbados, that's our festive season, crop over season. It's a lot of parties. It's summer. So flights are a little bit more expensive than coming right now as well. And accommodation too, that you're not going to get the discounts that you can get coming for this period versus coming in July. And then also don't forget, this is hurricane season as well too. So we are playing with the weather. Honestly, I have been blessed that I have not had like a full day's worth of rain to cancel the event or put me into the contingent day. We've had a couple days where it was going to rain and now it's been sun. And as I'm looking right here, Friday, 50% chance of rain. Saturday, 40% chance of rain. So shoot, we
It's so close.
Just need that, but it is what it is. At least what is fantastic. I'd probably say it, 98% of the people flying in for it are okay. They understand. They love it. That's an outdoor event, and they do understand it's gonna rain. But we have things in place, so like we've got like tarpaulins ready to pull over the lower body obstacles, towels to dry down, and leaf blowers to dry off. So we really try to make sure as soon as it finished raining, you just bring your shoes and go, and we try to get to it. Honestly, it's a real balancing act, right? Because I could go buy a giant tent, cover the whole thing down, but then it takes away from the ambiance. So it's real dicey, right? But I guess you'll never tick all the boxes, right? If you're taking 95%, it's still good.
Yeah, part of what I would be there for is just the experience and the weather. It's the elements. It's just part of it.
Hopefully it's no rain tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have to give it to you. You said that this event pays for itself, and that's probably a lot better than what a lot of other leagues could even say right now. And for you only being 8 years in, I would say that's a massive accomplishment for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And being so remote.
Yeah.
From the standard, like you're just talking about expanding. All I was thinking to other islands or other areas in the Caribbean, all I was thinking, I'm having a hard time getting rigging from Minnesota to Texas. And that's all just connected by highway, let alone rigging from one island to another. That's where my mind went. Oh God, that sounds like a lot of work but
it definitely is.
Different challenge.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of help from I have a lot of US guys. Like, all my rigging team is pretty much from the US. They came into rigging, and for me on my end, I'm not the most technical when it comes to all right, clamp here, clamp there. No, like what I can do, I got some tent jacks and I got the truss. My guys now go in, set up the truss grids. 1, 2, 3, lift and move, put it there. That's it. All right, you guys go up and do your rigging, and that's it. Then that's how we move, right? That's how we did it this year, and that's how we'll do it again next year. I'm talking about 2.5 weeks before the event is even started. I've got my truss grids up so that when they come in, it's just rigging. I think this was a lot of preparation. Like I will be going and buying some more material, pipes, clamps, swivel clamps, whatever I need to have so that it's within my control. Barbados is such a small island. I don't like we have the hardware stores, but it's not like a Home Depot where I'm going in and finding
Yeah.
everything because it's just y'all are just a bigger country. You have
Yeah.
different materials, different equipment, and you'll have millions of pieces of it. We're
Yeah.
168 square miles in Barbados, so it's very limited on what we can get. But what I do is I make sure that if I'm ordering from the US, or I double and triple up. So like I've got, I at this point in time, I probably have like 60, 70 wooden rings. I've got
Yeah.
probably 250 slings of different lengths. And it's good. I don't mind it because you know what? It's not going to go to waste. And if I
Right.
don't need it, I will use it at some point in time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd love to take a look at this course.
Yeah,
So
that's my
Yeah, with that said, building a rig setup or gym like that, if I told my guys, hey, you're going to go to Barbados, set up rigging, I'm pretty sure they would be ready in 2 hours.
yeah, man, it takes a team. It takes a good team and people who are just ready to work to make those events happen.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And don't get me wrong, right? I'm someone that is very much, I need to know what's going on more or less so that if I get asked even the most basic question, I can provide an answer, whether it's to a parent, to a sponsor. I can't, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know to rig or whatever. I try to involve myself in as much as I can. This year in particular, I've done a lot of letting go, which is good.
Yep.
It's worked out because even for me, as we're talking right now, I know that I put the right people in place and the people that have the same kind of vision in place. And not only that too, like for me, I understand my role. If I'm going to help put some money in someone's pocket or create opportunity for them to travel and rig and whatever, I'm going to do that as well because I knew those are opportunities that I would have loved to have had when I was 8 years ago or whatever. So why not? I'll do what I can. I'll do whatever I can. I always tell everybody it takes a village to raise a child, right? Everybody needs to do their part and do the part to the best of their abilities. So that way everything can be running smooth, right? If people start to get selfish or start to get this and that
Right.
and don't communicate, I think you have to communicate clearly and effectively as well too. And as like I said, okay, last year when Brett and I were here, it was that was a lot of pressure on those two guys. They took a lot because they were not only rigging but also dealing with the Ninja Work system. I was dealing with the event with my mom and helping them and this and then they made those notes and they said, no, that's never gonna happen again. Guess what? I'm gonna fly in two more people. We're gonna start earlier. We're gonna make all these notes and we're gonna check. Me and Perry every week had a call. We made our notes and I just started checking off what could check off. He did his thing as well too. So I think we culminated together and now we have what what I'm gonna show you, which is a lot better than last year. We were course tests, we were doing course rules at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, nah,
Yep.
this is not happening again. I said, this is not good use of my time, not good use
Right.
of your time. It can't happen. It don't make sense. Like, I'm not going to be doing this again. Shut it down.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You had identified to continue to grow your team and put the trust in that team to help pick up where you can let go.
Yeah.
My mom and I and the team, we always try to make sure we sweeten the package coming here. So it's worth anybody's time to be like, okay, yeah, let's go Barbados. It's gonna be nice. It's a nice little holiday for the family. So we try our best.
Absolutely. I think if you're doing a ninja comp and you're going to do it, if you're going to go anywhere, I think Barbados is be good as anything, if not better. So
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm hoping it stays that way.
Danilo, thank you so much for a little bit of your time today. I know that you're a busy man getting this all set up. So we'll end with this. How can people get in contact with you? Like, how could people watch the event if they wanted to? What's the best way to find out about Barbados Ninja Throwdown?
Okay, so you can download the Flow Sports app. It's called Blue. That's BLU. That's the app now. You will need a VPN, I believe. That's what some people have said to obviously access watching on the app. We will be posting. We'll be sending all the competitors their runs after they're finished. We'll also be producing 6 episodes afterwards that we'll put on our YouTube channel so that those who couldn't watch it live could watch it. If you are a family friend of a competitor, they will have Wi-Fi so they can live stream some of their runs as well too. That's what we try to do, allow for them to do that. And if you want to get in contact with me, you can email admin@barbadosninjathrowdown.net. or my number is 1-246-850-4044. You can WhatsApp or iMessage or FaceTime. And alternatively, you could just message the Ninja Throwdown ground page. That's Barbados Ninja Throwdown, and we reply pretty quickly. And yeah, I
No,
think
I'm
that's it.
looking at this. I'm looking at the site right now, and you got on just so people know on the book now. You actually have local resorts that they can look at and visit and book at. You have activities, explore the island. So the site is spot on, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, that was a lot of feedback with Perry, who's walking this way, because he's done a lot of competitions. He's traveled quite a bit. He's done Sasuke, he's done Vietnam, Australia, America a couple times as well too. Where else have you
Awesome.
been? In Holland, he was the Dutch Ninja Warrior champion as well too. So he's well versed. He's well versed.
So he's a
There's no
ninja's
Ninja Throwdown
ninja.
without him, really. You got to keep working it.
Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck with your competition, and
Thank
look at
you.
how it goes.
Have
Awesome.
fun,
Thank you very
buddy.
much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see y'all here next year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.